This is the fixture we sell in high schools with a wire guard on it. Protects it from balls, kids kicking balls at it and stuff like that. It takes about 200 watts of electricity versus the typical one of these that's in a gymnasium. Takes about 450, 60 watts, 500 watts a watt. This is an example of a cover guard bulb that's been hit. All the glass stays inside once it gets broke. All the glass will stay inside. Connected on each end with a couple neoprene clips. They're not plastic. They're neoprene, so they don't deteriorate. When you go to do any bulb changing or anything, take the 2 screws out of the end. We've got a lot of them in gymnasiums and stuff. On the back side of the fixture, there's 2 holes on each end. There's a framework back here. There's 2 holes here in each corner. Okay, these go in. I'll set that back. Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay. These go in those holes like this. They'll go through the hole. Once it gets behind the hole, it'll open up like this. So we have one of these on each corner. This goes in the ceiling. It can be mounted like around a rafter, like a lasso, or you can double do it like this with a washer and a self-tapper, or however the situation requires. If you want to hang on to that, you can be the ceiling. I'll be the fixture. There'll be one of these on each corner. When it's time for that, when the ball hits it, it'll be able to go like this and be able to move. But when the guys doing the maintenance come to it to get it down or to work on it or whatever, when you slide up, you just slide it up like that. When you let it down, you hit this little BB on top.
Okay.
And we included these in the process.
All right.
These will hold, I think they're rated at 300 pounds a piece. I took a fixture that weighs a little more than this, and I had it hanging 2 of them, and I put my weight on it as much as I could push down on it, and it didn't do a thing. But I think they're rated at 300 pounds a piece. The fixture weighs about 20 pounds like it is probably. That's enough. So a lot of times, especially like in gymnasiums and stuff, if people are going to leave during the lunch hour, they don't turn the lights off because it takes quite a while for them to come back on, where these you can turn them on and off. The only thing it does to these bulbs, and it does it to every bulb, every time you shut it off, it shrinks the life of the bulb just a little tiny bit. But these bulbs that we use here have an average life expectancy of 38,000 hours of constant burn. That's the average life of them. If you're turning them on and off every day, it shrinks a couple thousand hours. It's a long time. I tried to figure it out one time. I think it's about 4.5 years of constant burn.
Okay.
I've got them in some places where they've been in there for 5 or 6 years, and they're on 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, probably even more than that. Even I'm not sure. It's in a car dealership, and it's in a busy part of town, so the lights, people are driving by there all the time. I've been by there at 11 o'clock at night, and the lights are still on. And those bulbs were about 5 years old, and I looked at them, and you could see there was one here and one over here. There was probably out of I don't know, maybe 80, 100 fixtures. I don't remember that probably could have replaced a couple dozen bulbs or so. And the bulbs, if you want to get them to me, you don't have to. Replacement bulbs, I'll sell them to you for $1.
Can we throw it out while it's on?
After the We have these vents on the sides here. Those are to help let the ballast heat out of the fixture. Heat is what is hard on bulbs and ballast. As a matter of fact, these lights here, these aren't 400 watts, they're probably 250s or something, but I don't know so much about these, but they're the same principle. But a 400 watt metal halide, which you guys have in the gyms now, those burn at about 900 degrees. If you're trying to air condition replace, you can cut about 20% of the air conditioning cost out when you get rid of those also. The bulb, that 900 degrees I was talking about, that bulb produces, that'll cause that bulb to lose about half of its light in the first 12 months that it's up. Okay. It'll still take the same amount of electricity.
Right.
These bulbs lose about 1% a year. So, if you have any other questions, please, you guys want to see these? Yeah, that's for basketball. You know, kids kicking basketballs, soccer balls, or whatever. Every kid, not every kid, but a lot of kids think it's really cool to see it with the ball.